Hello, my name is Lisa Shea, and today we're going to talk about how to fold an origami fortune teller. These are fun devices that you can make from any kind of paper, although it's pretty to make them from origami paper, and they're a fun way to do random number selections or fortune telling or all sorts of different kinds of activities. So let's see how this works. So you're going to start by taking your piece of paper, and if it's got an outside and an inside, then you want to put it so that the inside side is up. So first we're going to make two preliminary folds. So we're going to fold these and unfold them. Their only purpose is to make some creases in the paper to use as guidelines. So we're going to fold one point over to the opposite one, and it doesn't matter which one you choose because the paper is a square. So we're going to fold this softly without creasing it, just to get the points to align. And when you're pretty sure that the points are aligned, hold it down with one finger and then take the other finger and drag away from it and create a crease on the opposite side. And once you've got that crease started, then you can drag a finger to one side and then drag a finger to the other side, and that way you get your crease nice and sharp. So we're going to unfold that one. And now we're going to do the opposite crease. So we're going to take the point at the end of this crease line that we just made, and we're going to fold it over towards the opposite point here. And once we're pretty sure we've got it in the right spot, we hold it down with one finger. We drag the other finger across towards the edge. We start the crease, and then we drag our finger in one direction. We drag it in the other direction. Right, so now we've got creases in both directions, both diagonal directions in our square. So now we're going to fold each of these 4 points up into the center. So we're going to start with any point. Doesn't matter which one you start with because we're going to do all 4 of them. So we're going to fold it over towards the center. We're going to hold it there with our finger. Drag the other finger off to the edge, left, the 2 sides, and now we've got one of them. Do the opposite side. So again, we're going to fold this point in towards the center. So we're going to fold that over so it touches, drag our finger down, and they go in the 2 different sides. So now we've got 2 of them down. We'll do the third one, fold the point into the center. So we fold this over, hold it with our finger, drag our finger to the edge, head one direction and the other. And now we've got one more point to go. So we put those point, head it towards the center, drag this down one way and the other. Alright, so now we have a square shape with all of these points going towards the center area. So now we're going to turn it over to the plain side that doesn't have any sorts of folds or anything. And now we're going to do, in essence, the exact same thing. We're going to take each of these corners and we're going to fold it in towards the center point. So once again, you can start with any corner because it doesn't matter, because we're going to do this 4 times. Fold it over towards the center, hold it, slide your finger, go one direction and the other. Turn it around. I like doing the 2 opposites first. You can do it however order you want. Fold it over towards the center, slide your finger down, give it a crease in the 2 directions. Take another point, move it towards the center, hold it down, slide your finger down. Sometimes you might need a little bit of wiggling to get it to lay flat because we're working with multiple layers now. And then the 4th side, fold it up and over, press it down, go in each direction. Alright, so now we've got this side like this, and this side with the 4 squares. Alright, so now we're going to make a couple more preliminary crease folds. we're going to fold this in half in this direction, the square way. So we're going to fold a crease across this middle line where you can see those little open areas. So we're going to fold this like this so that it folds in half like that, and just give it a nice crease, and then let it unfold back to its regular state. And then we're going to do the opposite fold, so we just turn it 90 degrees. We're going to fold it in half that way, and then uncrease. So now it's folded in both of the two directions to have a nice crease to it. So it folds in both directions. So now, if you point it towards the middle, you're sort of pressing it so these 4 points from the 4 corners of the paper come together, and you let these edges of the paper fluff out a little. You see how that's happening? So you let that paper fluff out a little, let that paper fluff out, and stick your fingers in it, and now it comes together into this. So I'm putting 3 of my fingers plus my thumb, 1 into each of these spaces. My pinky finger is free, and now I am able to manipulate it. So you can make this into a puppet. So if you put eyes on there, that's sort of like a puppet. And you can make puppets and have little puppet conversations with these. But what some people do is do these as a fortune-telling device. So they might have it all closed, and they might say like the name of a person, like A-M-A-N-D-A, and then they say which of these little things they're going to unfold. And then when you open it up, you write little notes in each of these little corners. So here, let's show how we could do this. Let's say we just wanted something that was going to generate a random number. So we'll take a pen and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just into each of those little wedges that are in there. So if you close that all back up again, so now you show this to someone and you say, okay, we're going to randomly mix these up. You know, maybe you turn this around so that they can't tell which side is which anymore. And you could say, you know, like you could start with the person's name if you're going to do something like that. So A-M-A-N-D-A. And then you could say, all right, you have to choose from one of those 4 wedges. And which one do you want to choose? And, you know, someone could say, I'm going to choose that wedge. And then you open this up and you take a look at what's under there, and it's an 8. So you can do all sorts of different kinds of things with doing this. There are many different techniques for it. So one hand this can be a puppet, on one hand this can be a random number generator or fortune teller or something like that. You could write little fortunes in there to say try again later, or signs point to yes, or things like that. So all sorts of fun uses for this. It's really straightforward to do, and you can make it out of any sort of paper. Let me know if you have any questions about folding this, and I hope you have a wonderful afternoon.